Hey
Hey
Bab community,
everyone!
hope you're doing well. We're here with the 10 tips on how to stay on track during the cold months of the year. Now we've got some assistance from the team yesterday during the team meeting, and we are excited to share these 10 tips with everybody inside the community. So first one is set short-term goals. So no doubt we've all got long-term goals that we're looking to achieve, but during this time, super important to set some shorter-term goals to go out and achieve on a weekly or even a daily basis. Could be as simple as getting your steps, setting a target of steps that you want to achieve over a 7-day period, prepping your food every single day of the week, or even setting a target of getting 8 hours of sleep per night. And achieving those short-term goals then leads into achieving those long-term goals. So that's tip number one, set some short-term goals for you to achieve over a weekly or even daily period. Number two is low calorie warm meals and desserts.
Okay, so I've got a few up my sleeve that I will put up on the community and even on the Instagram. So one of them is a low calorie cottage pie. So that's basically just without the pastry. It's something warm, it's something hearty and super satisfying. Things like your chicken soups, you can add some rice noodles if you wanted to be more fulfilling, or you could just have the vegetable broth and chicken soup. For more of a vegetarian or vegan option, you could do your pumpkin or vegetable soups. And again, add in that carbohydrate being like a rice noodle or a potato. And desserts, I love obviously the warmer ones in this period, which is like a low calorie apple crumble. Even little things like your sugar-free hot chocolates, sugar-free chai lattes are a really good option. Or basically just allowing your sweet tooth or your sweet cravings to be at the end of the day. I find if you do start having things like chocolate or your treats, at morning tea or even lunchtime, you've sort of set yourself up to sort of have nothing after dinner when we really are looking around possibly for something, or it's, cooler at nighttime and we want that sort of extra treat. If you can save yourself and enjoy the Cadbury row of chocolate, enjoy the brownie that you might look forward to with your dessert after dinner. So we're not saying you can't have any of the higher calorie desserts or treats, but basically allow for them and just wait for them until the end of the day.
Alrighty, so that's number two. Number three is steps throughout the day and in the sun. Now we're doing this video right now, and outside it is probably, I would say, the perfect time to get the steps done. It's probably the warmest part of the day. In the morning time when you first get up, it can be cold, it's dark, you're probably not going to feel like getting after it at that time, and that's okay. Choose the right time throughout the day to go get it done. It's a good way to go out and get some vitamin D as well. So getting your steps done during the middle of the day, especially if you're someone that works from home, break up the day. You might be working, go out, get your steps in, get back to work. It definitely beats doing it earlier in the morning when it's cold outside and dark, and then late at night where it's exactly the same. So that's number three. Number four is getting it done. So I spoke about this in the team meeting yesterday, and that is basically just getting after it. We all have two voices in our heads. That is the boss voice, or it is the bitch voice. And I suppose you could say, which one are you listening to? Chances are, if you're listening to the bitch voice, it's going to mean that you're going to say no to the things that you know that you need to do to get the job done. But if you listen to the boss voice, that's that voice inside your mind that's telling you that you should be getting after it. You've got to listen to that one during this time of the year, because it's really easy to listen to that bitch voice when it's cold outside, when it's wet, you don't feel like getting out of bed in the morning, etc., etc. So point number four is...
And just on that,
getting it done.
Getting it done, remembering that, the winter months, the colder period is actually the most important time to build that foundation, to build that strength, to build that body. We're all talking about those summer bodies or bikini bodies or wearing a fitted dress or something that you're looking forward to. It doesn't happen within weeks, within spring and summer. You need this time to get it done. You need this time to build that body, to get after it in order to have the result that you're after towards the end of the year.
Okay, number five, I'll get you to speak about this one. Laying out your activewear the night before.
So we discussed this yesterday in the team meeting. We thought it was a great one. Just being organized, being prepared, basically having everything ready to go the night before. And that might be down to your socks, to your tights, sweatshirt, jumper, beanie if that's what you're wearing, getting it all laid out, because again, you've committed, and it's all about that commitment. Sometimes if we get up late, or if you just really want to stay in bed that extra 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it drags on, and then you've got to worry about what you're going to wear, etc. Another comment was, when you have a nice new sweat top or tights or something new to wear, it makes it a little bit more exciting. So there's great sales on at the moment. So if you'd like to go and buy something to make you feel a little bit special, go for it. Look the part, feel the part, lay it out the night before, get organized, and basically just, wake up, shower, get dressed if that's your thing, and similar to the point before, get it done.
All right, so that's number 5. Number 6 is planning and scheduling your workouts. So just planning in advance, making that promise, saying to yourself, hey, at this time, this day, this is when I'm going to be going to the gym, this is where I'm going to be getting my steps in. It obviously makes it easier if you've got personal training sessions as well, but planning in advance. And chances are, if you make that commitment, there's a very good chance that then you'll be able to follow through on that, opposed to just like waking up each day without much of a plan, just knowing in your mind that you've got to do some form of exercise, but not actually having a set point throughout the day or throughout the week where you actually need to commit to it. Chances are you'll just keep on putting it off, and you'll either do it last minute or you won't do it at all. So that's number 6.
Set yourself up for success.
Number 7 is it's actually warm showers. So if you're someone that doesn't shower in the morning time and you just try and get yourself out of bed and then get after it, sometimes that can be really tricky during the colder months of the year. So a tip from yesterday's meeting was actually get up, get yourself in the shower, get it nice and warm, wake yourself up, and then you can start the day fresh, opposed to having to spend the first 10, 15, maybe even a little bit longer, half an hour, trying to wake yourself up.
Or warm, if you're not into the morning showers, there's this big debate that you have a nighttime shower and you're clean into going to bed, and then you wake up, you're clean still. But it's just a matter of saying that you're waking up, wash your face. It might be a nice warm shower, it might be a cold shower, because that's what gets you going. But basically starting off with a fresh slate and making yourself feel ready to go, basically.
100%. All right, so number 8 was embracing a growth mindset. I think this is a really important one. During this time of year, when it's cold outside, it is really easy to kind of like, I guess, take in the, or carry that kind of negative mindset about it's cold, it's wet, it's raining, it's tougher during this time of year. It's all about the stories that you're telling yourself. So trying to embrace that growth mindset during this time, kind of similar to what Tess was talking about earlier on, like the work needs to be done during this time for the results to show up during the summer months. So that actually really only stems from the fact that you have that type of mindset of like, I need to get this done, because if I put in the work now, that in 3, 4, 5, 6 months, when it is hot outside, where I do want to show off my body, that's when the results will be there for you to be able to, I guess you'd say, show off. But it's all about the mindset that you have during this time of the year. So embracing a growth mindset is tip number 8. And tip number 9 is learning new skills to keep it interesting during this time. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so I guess just challenging yourself to a new exercise or a new workout, or something that you may have been thinking about doing but you haven't done it yet. Use winter, or I guess the colder months, to make it a little bit more exciting. You may have been doing a similar program or a similar style of training for a little while. Why not mix it up now? So it could be going for a run, it could be starting up a walk group, or it could be socializing outside and doing your steps that way with some friends or family members. It could be playing indoor netball, it could be playing indoor soccer. Mix it up to get your fitness going, but also to get your motivation at its peak. Especially if you are feeling a little bit like you're bored of what you're currently doing. Don't use that as an excuse, just make a change.
Brilliant.
And so number 10, I actually thought of this one as I was getting ready for today. And I think it's very easy in winter to sometimes overconsume because we're cold, or we just want that little bit extra, or we want to get warm, so we go to food for some reason, or we feel cold, so we go for a glass of wine, and that turns into 2 or 3, and then we're over our calories. I think let's not use food, wines, or drinks or calories as basically an excuse to warm up, and really ask yourself, are you hungry, or are you bored, or do you really need that second batch, or that second drink, or that third, fourth? Like I said, sometimes it could be just doing something else for yourself, like having a bath in these cooler months is beautiful, or having a warm shower, or putting a face mask on, or sitting by the fire, or literally making a cup of tea as opposed to going for that second glass of wine. Maybe having a hot chocolate or a sugar-free hot chocolate as opposed to that second roll of chocolate. Just making those switches and alternatives, or also just asking yourself, being present and saying, am I really hungry? Do I need that second or third? Or am I just cold? I'll go have a bath. Do something else for yourself as opposed to resorting to food consumption.
Bonus tip here, which is I thought of while you're talking about that right now, is that just having a look at your environment as well. If you find as though it's the time of the year where you do get tempted by overconsumption of, what you're talking about, chocolate or chips or, whatever it is, like just think about when you're going for your food shop on a week-to-week basis, do I need to purchase that? And if the question is, if the answer to that is no, I don't really need to, but I'm just doing it for the sake of doing it, well then just look to avoid doing such a thing. Because then if you can switch your environment up during these colder months, if you're feeling as though you have that desire to look for those extra snacks around the house, but they're not there because you've switched up your environment, chances are you're going to be able to stay on track. You're definitely not, when you're feeling like you've got those cravings, going to leave the house late at night to drive to the service station or the shops to purchase those things. You usually only ever indulge in them because they're in front of you. So there you have it. There's 11 tips on how you can stay on track during the colder months. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Oh, I was just going to say, don't use winter as an excuse. Let's use this period, like we said, to build and
achieve our goals.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.